Hello everyone, welcome to New Game Plus, a channel dedicated to showcasing and reviewing some of our favorite classic and new games. This episode we will be providing an overview for Tales of Symphonia. The Tales series, developed by Bandai Namco and co-published by Nintendo, is composed by the fantastic Motoi Sakuraba. Tales of Symphonia is the fifth installment of the Tales series, and the first 3D game in the series. It released in Japan in 2003, in North America and Europe in 2004 for the GameCube. Selling over 1.8 million copies worldwide by 2008 makes it the best-selling Tales game for its time. Not only was it my first entry in the series, but also an introduction for many other people, being very well received, getting multiple spin-offs, including a sequel called Tales of Symphonia: Dawn of the New World, re-releases on multiple platforms, including the PS2, and a variety of manga, and even an anime. Tales of Symphonia is one of my personal favorites. In my opinion, one of the best games released on the GameCube. It's a game I would play through multiple times thanks to its comfortable and enjoyable multiplayer controls. Each player can control a different person in battle. I find myself starting new playthroughs whenever I found a group of friends that never heard of it or never played it. With the intuitive and fun battle system, it makes you just want to keep playing and have fun even while grinding for experience. Each fight is a joy. Symphonia has a story and characters that will leave you wanting to see what happens next, and plenty of humor to keep you interested. It's a game I heavily recommend to any fan of RPGs. The Tales series is definitely one of my favorite collections of games. The combat system in each game is unlike any traditional JRPG, and the stories are well crafted with twists and turns, making you question when, and if, the game is about to end, only for you to discover it's just the beginning. They have a heavy emphasis on unique and interesting characters. All are varied and unique every game. While you will find the traditional sword-wielding main character, that's not always going to be the case. More often than not, the rest are more interesting and often have unexpected weapons and fighting styles. The story focuses on Lloyd Irving, whom, along with Colette Brunel, go on a quest to regenerate the world. The game opens describing the world in conflict, and a legendary tree that once filled the world with ever-flowing mana, the life source that exists in all beings, and the source of all magic. A war, however, caused this tree to wither away. It's said that this war caused the goddess to leave, and instead she left angels to watch over the planet. These angels would lead a person designated at birth as the Chosen of Regeneration to travel the world, release seals, and restore the planet. Classmate Colette, the Chosen of Mana, receives an oracle and must head to the temple to begin her journey of world regeneration. Her close friends Lloyd Irving and Gina Sage go with her to the temple, which is now under attack by the Designs, the group of people that are hell-bent on the death of the Chosen and sabotaging the regeneration of the world. The three kids manage to fight off the Designs, but are then harried by a much larger foe. Unable to win, they are saved by the mercenary named Kratos. After being saved, the group pushes on through, entering the temple. They are then greeted by a series of trials. At the end, they witness an angel descending from the heavens. The angel greets the party as Remiel, whom Colette asks if he really is her father. This angel instructs that they must go on a quest throughout the land to release the seals that will transform Colette and change her, bringing her closer to a true angel, so that she may regenerate the world. He then departs, calling Colette his daughter, and telling them to head towards the desert to find the first seal of fire. Each one of these seals tests the group through trials, expansive dungeons, interesting yet simple puzzles, all filled with monsters acclimated to different element for each seal. The Seal of Fire is located somewhere within the desert near Triet, with candles and raising platforms. The Water Seal is on the island hot spring known as Thoda Geyser. The ancient sealed booby-trapped Balkaroof Mausoleum holds the Wind Seal, and the Tower of Mana, filled with ancient knowledge and undead enemies, is where the Light and Holy Seal lies. As Colette releases more and more seals, she begins to get sick, slowly losing her humanity, as she makes the transformation to becoming a true angel. As the party travels, they see firsthand how much this group called the Designs terrorize the world, with raids on towns just to show their dominance, killing, subjugating, and abducting the townspeople. They even have labor camps built called human ranches where the prisoners are put to work until death for seemingly no reason other than to terrify the surrounding villagers into submitting. The Designs in each of the so-called 5 Grand Cardinals run their own ranch, each with a sinister purpose. Eventually, the party discovers the truth about X-spheres, crystals that bring out dormant abilities, powering an individual far past normal limits. The group originally sees them as simple crystals and artifacts to make them stronger. However, after a trip to one of the human ranches, they discovered the ghastly secret. These X-spheres are actually human lives, compressed and transformed, manufactured at these human ranches. Throughout the party's travels, they meet an assassin named Sheena. At first, she appears as an enemy driven to kill Colette, saying that the Chosen has to die, and that everyone's counting on her. However, due to a mutual desire to destroy the human ranch nearby, the ninja assassin joins the party. Shortly after, she reveals that she's from a prospering world called Tetheala, sharing the name of this world's moon. Although she declares that's not the case, instead it exists next to their own world of Silverant, in a sort of parallel. She states that this journey of world regeneration is actually a process to reverse the flow of mana from one planet to the other, and will doom everyone on Tetheala, creating a cycle where one world prospers and flourishes, whilst the other world withers and decays. As the story continues, they learn the secret of what the Chosen is, who the Designs are, and how the twisted worlds function. They discover the desires of both the leaders of the Designs, as well as the religion of Crucius, the organization of angels, and they find that nothing is as it seems. Everyone decides that this twisted fight between the two worlds for mana and the ritual to sacrifice the Chosen's life needs to stop. Despite all the betrayal, deceit, segregation of the main races of human, elf, and half-elf, even being overwhelmed by the very religion that encompasses both planets, they strive to find a peaceful way to help Silverant as well as Tetheala. To those unfamiliar with the Tales series, you may be expecting traditional turn-based RPG, but this series is praised for its unique combat system, called the Multi-Line Linear Motion Battle System, which is real-time, with no delay across the large open battlefields. You control only one character, while the AI handles the other people in your party. Combat is entirely based on where you move and what you do. The multi-line refers to the fact that your character can move towards or away from your target. While not exactly having entire freedom over three-dimensional movement, you will find yourself moving all across the arena, actively dodging, blocking, and attacking. Each playable ally in battle has very unique attacks and abilities. Lloyd uses dual blades and delivers quick, multi-hitting strikes, his techs all being fluid and fast. Genus, on the other hand, wields powerful yet slow spells that require casting times. His spells range from small to eventual screen-covering massive AoEs that can overwhelm groups of enemies. Colette uses chakrams to fight, her techs being a blend of chakram throwing and spinning, and angelic spells, all having quite a degree of goofiness, given her personality. Kratos and Zelos mostly play the same, wielding a sword and shield. Their techs are a blend of physical and magical, borrowing powers both from Lloyd and Genus, as well as having some healing, letting them fill multiple roles. Rain has a wide range of healing and buffing spells, as well as light elemental damaging spells. Sheena, a ninja and summoner, wield guardian cards. Her techs are for the most part quick swipes that cause status effects or drain health or TP. She also learns summoning spirit abilities. Regal uses only his feet, but can deliver multiple and varied kicks, both in the ground and air, allowing for some interesting combos. My personal favorite, Presea, despite her small size, wields a great axe and can really dish out some massive damage. Some abilities even dealing additional earth elemental damage. She can tank quite a few hits since she has a large HP pool, but her slow abilities and attacks will leave her vulnerable. Each character has a vastly different playstyle and feel in combat. The highlight is definitely the techs, all of which are different and interesting to use and see. These are acquired through leveling up, and by using the lower level variants associated with them. As you level up, you'll find yourself repeatedly checking the character's tech page to see if you're about to learn a new one. The game tells you this by showing the tech name in blue when you're about to learn it, when you level up and it becomes available. Once you enter a fight, and any other requirements are met, such as the previous tech usage, based on a little look, the game will cut to the performing character as they do it, then they'll freely be able to add it to their tech list. Adding even more depth to this combat system is the Unison Gauge. When it's full, it allows you to stun an enemy. Each character can then unleash a single tech immediately in a time stop sort of cut-in. When two techs align with certain members, they'll execute a team attack. There are over 20 different unison combination techs, and these are considered the strongest attacks in the game, and can quickly turn the tide of battle. One of the best features of the game is that it can be played multiplayer. Playing with a friend can allow even more combos and entertainment. However, the camera is not so multiplayer friendly, which can cause a bit of an issue. Since the only multiplayer facet is the combat, long story sections will leave other players with little to do, but the combat itself is very fun and rewarding for friends to play together. The X-Sphere system furthers both combat and exploration by giving each character passive benefits depending on the level of the gem and which member you're equipping them on. Various customizable benefits allow for more variation. Characters even learn compound skills as you equip more. Some can truly change how you end up playing the character. Each EX skill also has a T or S rating for technical or strike. Depending on how you equip these, it'll lean characters one way or the other, which will offer completely or partially different tech lists, so you can end up playing multiple times and still experience new moves, even playing the same character. You would think with as many characters that the game has that they would end up poorly fleshed out and one-dimensional. However, the Tales series is well known for its story. Not only are these characters wildly different, but their goals and aspirations are as well. They're expressed through main content, but also things through skits and side quests. These skits range from idle chat to long-winded conversation, some serious, some humorous, some short, and some long. If you ever want to hear more, you can always just click a button when the prompt appears to get snippets of character growth and backstory. While they are entirely optional, these are great ways to see more dialogue and even let you choose some responses, causing a hidden affection level to raise or lower, which has effects that can alter major story sections and even how the ending plays out. The field and area exploration is fluid. The world map feels open and vibrant with large enough detail and room between locations to feel like a real world. Enemy encounters happen in both field and world map through touching creatures that roam the areas. On fields, you can tell what kind of encounter it'll be based on the creature you run into. It might be a boar or a worm or walking flower, and the enemy you run into will be similar. The world map, however, just uses some sort of black goop creature or two-legged thing. Most enemies can be avoided, so random encounters are not a worry. However, some enemies may rush you or corner you. Dungeons keep up the intrigue with various layouts, designs, and puzzles, sometimes making you think about how to go about getting through them. Many of these puzzles are heavily reliant on a device called the Sorcerer's Ring, which changes depending on the area you're in. It defaults to Fireball, but can become Water, Lightning, Sonar, an Earthquake, or something else that changes the environment entirely. Early on, Genus will teach you about the cooking system, which allows you to cook various recipes after each battle or through the menu to heal HP or TP, or give various other status effects. The large majority of these recipes are taught by an NPC called the Wonder Chef. You can find him disguised and hiding all over the place as various objects. Some recipes come from unique story elements or side quests. Each character has their own cooking skill represented by stars that go up as they cook certain dishes, allowing the recipe to utilize more ingredients and give different effects. Another system for character customization is the titles. These offer a variety of benefits. The main draw is additional points to stats on level up. However, some come with additional outfits for each character. They're earned through battles, after milestones like using each element, high hit count, having certain arrangements of male and female, or even doing literally nothing. Some are earned through level ups, some through story, and many of them through side quests. That being said, while you run through the story, there'll be plenty of side quests. However, the brunt of them are only available near the end, with some of them being unlocked only after you open the door to the final boss. One downside is the fact that there's little to nothing to telling you where to go or how to start these without a guide. People are likely to finish the game without even knowing they exist. However, if you do know about them, you'll find plenty of extra hours, humor, titles, skits, fights, and costumes for everyone. Late into the story, you'll find someone named Abyshin in the snow city of Flanor, who gives you a weapon. He refers to it as the Devil Arm, and gives you the task of collecting all of these to break a curse. Doing this long side quest ends with a unique super boss, far harder than the actual final boss. It's an extremely frustrating yet satisfying fight. Another super boss in the game who is more easily accessible is known as the Sword Dancer. He shows up in 3 different locations. Each fight is very challenging, and most will have you giving up and returning to try later. However, beating these offer great rewards and are absolutely worth the struggle. One thing I always praise the Tales series for is its excellent soundtrack. Composed primarily by Motoi Sakuraba, each song is carefully crafted and perfectly fits the location or situation in which they play. Sakuraba's compositions convey feelings and tell a story with the music alone. Fans of the series will recognize the Summon Spirit battle theme from Fantasia. Having over 100 tracks, each varied and designed with a locale and story point in mind, the soundtrack will leave a lasting impression. Once you finish the end of the story and beat the game, there will be a prompt to save. You can reload and find yourself before the final fight, allowing you to leave and explore what you may have missed. However, it also unlocks a feature well known as our namesake, New Game Plus. After each fight you complete, you'll receive a grade rating, a secondary currency that can be used for additional X-Gems at Cat's shops. However, the main use for grade isn't until you begin New Game Plus. Beginning will take you to a thing called the Grade Shop. Using this grade you've accumulated, you can buy benefits for your second playthrough and beyond. These features can include carrying over all titles, arts, spells, bonus experience, gold, or many other things, greatly enhancing the playthrough and making certain challenges possible, like a level 1. Along with the newly unlocked Chaos difficulty, you can truly push the challenge rating of the game, or breeze through with double experience or more. Tales of Symphonia is a fantastic JRPG, with an excellent story, good and varied characters, an interesting world, and beautiful music. It's fun for multiple playthroughs and playing with friends. If you've never tried it, or the Tales series in general, it's a great place to start, and I heavily recommend you give it a shot. Thank you everyone for watching the first episode of my show that I've named New Game Plus. We will be showcasing many other games focusing primarily on RPGs or anything with extensive endgame or multiple playthroughs. If you enjoyed the video, or didn't, please leave a comment or suggestion in ways I can improve the next one. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.